bags were readily available, and if they had a price tag on the shelf next to them, would I still buy it? This is a really interesting question for me. Welcome to you, my name's Dale and this is Dale's Addiction, and today I am bringing you my first impressions of my Hermes Kelly 25. Now, for those of you who normally sign in, log in, tune in to my YouTube channel, a word of warning, there's going to be a little bit of Hermes content over the next few videos. Reason being, there have been a lot of requests for first impressions, which is what I'm doing today, a comparison between the Kelly and the Birkin, a comparison in my experience from buying in Paris compared to buying here in Australia, and then a comparison between some of my top handled bags and the Kelly, being the Fendi Peekaboo Small, the Louis Vuitton Capucines, and yeah, we'll cover the Birkin off in a separate video, but there's going to be a few of those type of videos, so I apologise in advance if you like I was formerly and not that interested, but hopefully you'll find them interesting. Anyway, today, the Kelly. Now, how long have I had her? I think it's been around 4 weeks. Has it been 4 weeks? Yes, because I got it, was it pre or post surgery? I can't even remember now. It's been 2.5 weeks. It feels like a lot longer than that. Since my lovely friend Connor from the YouTube channel The Closet by Connor insisted on taking me to Hermes when I got the text message to say that there was something special to cheer me up after my recent shoulder surgery. So that was the 21st of February, and I unboxed the bag on the 22nd because I had a hair appointment, because one thing that happens with a shoulder injury, and you can see some of my wounds here, is that yeah, very difficult to wash your hair, although we have had a cyclone go through. Little side note, I know, and I've had to wash my own hair, so it doesn't have the lovely curls in it, but thank God for the Dyson Airwrap. That is all I will say. It makes life a lot easier. So I unboxed it on the 22nd, and even though I've only had one arm really accessible, I have loved using this bag. I've used it several times. I've taken it to lunch. I went to see my teammates at work, and I took it into work because there's a couple of luxury bag lovers, and you know, they just took it away and took photos of themselves with it and loved it, so that was cool. And I carried it with the shoulder strap. I have carried it handheld. I've carried it on the crook of my arm. I've taken it on public transport, heavens forbid. And I've carried it like open like this, and then I have, as long as I've got like a little counter to put it on, I can actually close it with one hand, and it's harder to do that when it's empty. So I feel like I've got enough experience, particularly being in a sling, to talk to you about a bag that I used to say was really, really difficult to use and far less than functional. So today I'm going to give you my first impressions. I'm going to talk about details, wearability. I'm going to talk about price and is it worth it. I'm going to talk to you about some of the nice surprises that I have found with this piece, whether there's any dissatisfaction with this piece, and potentially how I'm going with getting some further accessories for this piece. A quick overview of the specs of the bag. For those of you who are new to my channel, it'll probably kill you that it's done up like this, but I am a done but undone girly. This is how I always envisioned me having a Kelly from the moment I saw this beautiful undone version at a lunch date and went, I think I want a Kelly. So here she is. She is in the colour Blue Lin. She's in Swift leather, which I'll put up nice and close for you, and Palladium hardware in the size 25. I have to be honest and say that my first thought was I wanted a 28, and the reason for that was I just thought it was a little bit more in proportion. I was worried that a 25 would look too dinky, too pretty girl kind of Kelly, and that's not me. Like, I want my bags. I wanted a Kelly that I could wear the way that people don't wear Kellys, which is in a really nonchalant, undone way. It's one of the reasons this colour, Blue Lin, which is a reissued colour, I would say, appealed to me because it looks like my favourite shade of blue jeans. So I'll just move to the side, put some mod shots in. I have these kind of light wash straight leg jeans. They're a staple in my closet when I can use both of my hands, like to do up a button and a fly. But they're a big part of my outfit, and I love them because I can wear some really beautiful dressy tops and blazers and shoes. But that distressed hem and that washed jean look just brings the whole outfit into that undone space that I talked about before. So my thoughts around having a really prim and proper preppy handbag was that, first of all, I pick a colour that aligns to kind of the most undone part of my wardrobe, which is those jeans. But then also I pick a leather that is really soft and squishy. Now, I called it Squishy Delishy, but she's empty at the moment, and look what I can do. Like, don't have a heart attack, it's okay, it's my bag. But look what you can do with this. This is why, for me, it was a surprise to see how fabulous the 25 is in Swift leather. I think I've only really seen 25s in Epsom, or even heavier leathers, and I could be wrong because I'm not an expert in HERMES, but I feel like I have seen box leather 25s and potentially Togo or Clermont's 25s. You can't do this with those, like, you just, right. So it had to be in a colour that was undone for me. And it had to be in a leather that was really relaxed and squishy and that will find its own way when I wear it and fill it up. With regard to how I was going to wear it, as I said, and I'll pop in some kind of mod shots over here from my unboxing video, is that I wanted to be able to wear it primarily casually, as I do with my Fendi Peekaboo ICUs. Again, that's going to be a separate video, so subscribe if you want to see that. What I was surprised about with the 25 was the fact that because of the size of it, I actually feel like I can wear this one for evenings. Even though it's really soft leather, even though it's this kind of undone blue. In different lights, it throws different shades. Now, it's against my religion to wear a neutral, a grey bag, right? But it can throw a grey. What I think I would like to do though is wear an outfit that's quite dressy and then wear this as kind of my pared back handbag. Similar to how you might wear Louis Vuitton Monogram in a dressed up way. Monogram is not the first thing you think of when you think of kind of a formal event, but if you pair it with an outfit, I like the contrast of it looking a little bit out of place, and that's how I see me being able to wear this as well. When I got the call that there was something waiting for me, I hoped that it was going to be this combination, but in a 28. It's better than what I wanted because the 25, I think, is the perfect size for me. It fits so much in it. I will pull the clip from the unboxing video where I did a what fits so that I don't have to film it again. And I'll just put it on the screen now while I'm talking, but talk about fitting the essentials and more. And the bag looks beautiful when it has everything in it. This soft bag is, as I said, very easy. Like, I can rest it on the top of my arm here and I can do all of this one-handed because the leather is so soft. You can't do that with those more structured leathers. Now, inside of the bag, again, I went through this in my unboxing, which I will link below, but there is a large zipper pocket on the back side of the bag and a large slip pocket on the front side with a gusset, so it's great for organising with your phone. The strap, how long is the strap? I did measure it. I think it's around 90 odd centimeters. Anyway, it will not go crossbody on me without the handle sitting up underneath my boob. However, I have been in discussions with my sales associate to order a strap. Apparently there are two options that you can order, a 105 centimeter and a 120 centimeter. I measured my Fendi Peekaboo strap that I wear crossbody, and I decided on the 120 centimeter strap. I doubt it will be adjustable, so let's hope it's the right length in the matching colorway. So they literally asked me to take a photograph of the strap here. Again, the strap is so soft. I assume that Epsom will get soft with age, but it's not like the stamped grain. I think one of the things that I kind of turned the corner with Hermes and their leathers was not only when I got my Birkin 30 in Paris, but also when I picked up this gorgeous Chev Calvi Duo in the colour Mauve Pale. When I saw the Chev compared to the Epsom in the little box of Calvis, like, it was a no-brainer for me. I just loved the feel of it. I've had it now for a year. I've not swapped out of it. I have probably stretched it out a bit. I've wiped it down with wipes. It feels so nice in the hand. And it's just really satisfying to have something that is just naturally beautiful, I think, without being interfered with too much. Obviously, it's been tanned and coloured, but it's not a synthetic print embossing as far as I'm aware. Again, I'm not an expert, but I love that. And when you see them together, it's an easy choice to make. So one thing I will say in terms of my first impressions, I guess, is that there's different types of Kelly girls. I mean, who would have thought? But there is that really formal cellier pattern with the very structured style and structured leathers, all buttoned up and ladylike. And then there's the really kind of undone, squishy leather, quite nonchalant style, and I was always going to fall into that category. Like, it's me, right? So I think, am I going to say it? There's a Kelly for everyone. Even the haters, there's a Kelly for you. So that's where I will, pull my foot out of my mouth. I've talked about its capacity. It carries a lot. Its comfort and usability because of the soft leather, I'm going to say. The soft leather is a win. Now, once I get the use of my left shoulder back and I'm able to start kind of using my hand and, up to my elbow a bit more, I can't see me even talking about this bag being difficult to use. I just don't think it will even be a point of conversation. It will not be a consideration in choosing this bag. It's just a moot point. In terms of wear and tear, having carried it out a couple of times, yes, I removed the stickers because it's me. I don't care about resale value and the value of the bag. It's my bag, so I want to wear it, and I don't want to wear it around with stickers on it looking like I'm borrowing it from a friend for a day. It's mine. Does it have like a few little crinkles in it? Yeah, but I mean, that's normal, isn't it? Like, it's one of those bags. I'm sure Connor will have a look at this bag when we finally get to catch up after his trip from Paris, which he is back, by the way, but we've had a cyclone, so we haven't been able to catch up. I'm sure he will look at it and go, oh my God, Dale, you've already got a mark here and a scratch there and whatever. I can't see it, but he has a different eye to what I do. And I certainly haven't babied this bag. It's sat on the floor in the car in between my legs when we've been driving. It's been on a bus seat. I think I took a photo of it on a bus seat. just to upset people who hate the thought of me taking this bag on public transport. So yeah, I think from the perspective of wear and tear, I can't see any scratches on the hardware or anything yet. I do respect my pieces, but I don't baby them, and I think there's a big difference. If these bags were readily available, and if they had a price tag on the shelf next to them, would I still buy it? This is a really interesting question for me. because I just did some sums on what I paid for my Birkin, and this cost so much more, like nearly double the price of my Birkin. And I bought that new from boutique in Paris. I've heard that Swift leather is more expensive than Togo leather. Again, that will come up in, you know, in my other video about the Birkin and Kelly comparison. I don't know. I honestly can't say that if this bag was just sitting there in the store available with a little, you know, price tag in front of it on the shelf, would I have purchased it for $20,000? I can't honestly say that I would. I can't honestly say that I would, because other bags that I have, you know, that are close to that in terms of a price range, they're just in a different category in terms of they are showstoppers. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This bag here, cheaper than the Kelly, knew what the price was, knew that I could get it in a couple of places, although it was very difficult to get. It is quite a rare piece from Louis Vuitton. It's the Petite Malle. Yes, informed decision, yes. Even though there were a few around, yes, I'll buy it. Did I bank on finding that pre-loved for a discounted price? Absolutely not. I did not. Another Petite Malle that I picked up from Louis Vuitton, cheaper than the Kelly. It's metallic lizard skin. I saw it in 3 different boutiques. It haunted me for like several months. So not only did I come across it, I came across it again and again and again. And I could not hold out because, I mean, look at it. So I think that was an informed choice, and it wasn't like it was scarce. I could have, even if there were none in Australia, if a sales associate wanted to get that sale, they would get one for me. Absolutely no doubt. So scarcity did not drive those. This piece from Louis Vuitton, it is a wearable trunk. It is finished with all the detail of the trunk. I've done an in-depth kind of story about why this piece is so special in a recent video, which I will link in the description box below. This was on par with the Kelly, but I bought it in Paris, so it was a lot cheaper than it would have been if I bought it here. But I knew the price of it. I did decide that if it wasn't in Paris, it wasn't meant to be, because I would not pay the full price for this locally. I would, you know, I just couldn't justify it. Finally, this piece is my Fendi made to order. I designed it with all of the beautiful details, and then I got the quote. And no, you can't buy this on the shelf, and most people probably wouldn't want to. This was made especially for me. My combination of ingredients, just beautiful materials, everything that I loved, an absolute treasure. But this is scarce. It's just for me. It's got my name inside of it. It was made by Fendi for me with the help of their designers. This is what, even though it might not be to your taste, this is what I think is absolutely worth jumping on when you look at the prices, you know, pretty much equivalent price. I can't say that this bag has the same draw card as these other pieces do. It doesn't, except for the scarcity, except for the game and the challenges associated with getting it. And I have fallen foul to that. I feel like now's the time to come clean and say, yeah, maybe there's something about me and wanting to be, to explore and challenge myself with new styles and to appreciate things that I wouldn't normally appreciate. And the Kelly has certainly had a big impact on me and how I think. And I guess I'm still trying to discover, I'm sorry, this is really annoying me. I'm trying to discover new challenges in luxury fashion and luxury handbags. And I think one of those things that I really get excited by is challenging myself to find pieces that, as you can tell, the Kelly's very different in my collection. And if you haven't seen my collection, go check out Instagram. You'll see a lot more of it there. This is a challenge to me to say, if you really love fashion, if you really love style, and you love creating unexpected, fun and playful looks that fit with your personal style, then Dale, do it with something that you think you can't do it with. And I love that challenge. I have loved seeing all of the holes in the cheese line up and ding, ding, ding. I know what colour, I know what hardware, I know what size, I know what leather. I can make this work, and making it work is so thrilling. I mean, it's obvious that a little treasure like this would work in my wardrobe, right? When you know my personal style, that is obvious. It's obvious that a piece like this would work in my wardrobe because it's, you know, quirky and unique and ornamental. It's obvious that these showstopper petite moules would work in my wardrobe because, you know, it's just how I roll. It is not an obvious choice for me to choose an Hermes Kelly bag to join my collection, yet it's so obvious. And so I think it's kind of a big shift in how I view luxury handbags, is that I've been a little bit bored for a while, and I'm now interested to see how I can incorporate quite conservative classic pieces into my wardrobe and my style. I'm really excited about challenging myself to do that. And the Kelly has unlocked a real energy within me to do that. And I'm really pleased that despite all the reasons that this bag doesn't fit into my personal style, the price tag, and some of the perceptions I had around it, particularly how easy it was to use. Well, I didn't know about all the different leathers, that I've overcome those, and I have been lucky enough to partner with, you know, a great sales associate, and we've worked together to explore different elements of Hermes, and I've ended up with like this perfect piece for me, and I'm thrilled. What are the drawbacks? At this stage, like just that strap. If I can get the strap, which is unconfirmed, but if I can get the strap, you know, what a thrill. Like I seriously have zero concerns or complaints other than the crazy price tag. But I feel like that's part of luxury, right? It's meant to make you feel a little bit when you hand over your card. That's my first impression. I don't know if that's what you expected. Let me know in the comment section down below. To me, this has showed me a very different way of how to experience something that, to me, it has always been marketed as very structured, very hard, very difficult, very ladylike. To me, being able to smash through all of those perceptions and make her mine has been an absolute thrill. And if you were thinking like me, or still are, and you're at a point in your kind of, you know, pursuing of interesting and unique luxury goods, turn your eye to things that you might be repulsed by or just have a dislike for, and challenge yourself to see how those things might fit. I mean, it's only for those of us who love this stuff, right? It's not for everyone. You go, why would you go and buy something you hate and try and make it work as a bit of a challenge? It's just how I am. It's how I roll. I love it. I love challenging my creativity. And if you do, I highly recommend it. And for those of you who wouldn't buy it for that reason and just love them, consider the soft, beautiful leather of this gorgeous Swift, and consider neutrals outside of the typical black, gold, taupe kind of colours. Think about blues and pinks and greens as neutrals. Guarantee you will get a lot more joy out of those bags, in my opinion. Anyway, that's all I've got to say. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've enjoyed making it, and I look forward to bringing you more in the series of first impressions with this one. I think the next one will be a comparison with my Birkin 30. So, until then, ciao!